Paul Jenn, senior from Britt, Iowa, versus Jeff Knupp, the sophomore from Akron, Ohio, Walsh Jesuit High School, a redshirt freshman. He's a redshirt freshman.
Paul Jenn's been back in the lineup. He hurt his shoulder earlier, and he's been wrestling with Jesse Smith. Jesse Smith is at a tournament, I believe, instead of wrestling in this dual meet. Jenn's still the #1 man there, I believe, but I don't know what the coaches are doing. He shows a good flurry there. He came out of a defensive situation, shot a good high crotch, cut the corner, and scored the first takedown. It's good to have two guys at a weight that's battling as far as being competitive, especially if nobody has just really stepped up and showed that they're the #1 guy as far as all their opponents.
So every time they step out on the mat, they know it's you know, if they don't wrestle well, it might be the last time out.
Well, it might not be the last,
you
but
know?
it could be the last.
Yeah. We're talking about Paul Jenn, 184-pounder, and he's going up against Jeff Knupp from Penn State, and is ahead 2-1 here in the first period at 184 pounds. Here's the replay.
Shot, pulled it in. Actually shot ahead to the inside, and he pulled his head to the outside, and he stayed in there and switched off at the right time. Came around for 2 points. There's another high crotch. Keeps coming around, cutting the corner. And he's going to score another takedown.
2 more points, 4-1.
He's staying away from the weight there. He's not giving the Knupp an opportunity to square his hips, and he's staying away from that weight. He's moving well when he's getting in.
A minute left in the first period. The score is 4-1 in favor of Jenn from Iowa.
I understand this Knupp, he's from a great high school, Walsh Jesuit in Ohio, and he's doing well academically. I believe he's above a 3-point.
Yeah, he was a 3-time state champion for Walsh Jesuit, and
he's got good position on the single leg on Jenn. It's kind of a scramble here, and Jenn comes up, does a good job of kind of tweaking his way around there and coming up.
3 takedowns in the first period for Jenn. The score is 6-2.
And he's got over
riding time. Yeah, he's got over a minute riding time, and looking very impressive here for the Hawkeyes. The score is 6-3 in favor of Iowa in the team score. The score is 6-2 in favor of Jenn against Jeff Knupp from Penn State as we run to the end of the first period. There's 7 seconds left as they come back to the center of the mat. Troy Sunderland, his assistant Eric Childs, who was an All-American at Penn State several years ago, and there's Jim Zaleski, the head coach, and joined by the Brands brothers sitting and standing next to him. On that coaching staff, there are, along with Lincoln McElravy, 12 NCAA wrestling championships.
And Darrell Weber is the strength coach for
there's another one, so 13.
He's a national champion as well. So
end of the first period.
Red down.
Here's the last big move.
Here's the opportunity to score up in the air. It looks like it's Knupp's move, but he gets his head to the mat. And you see with his head down, gave Jenn an opportunity to come around and score the takedown.
6-2 in favor of Jenn. We have the start of the second period with Jenn on top.
You can see Iowa is kind of dominating on takedowns, 14-2 up to this point in time.
So often tells the story right there.
An outside single. An outside single, Jeff.
Another shot. He's got to come up in the air with it, which he does. He's doing a pretty good job. He's got locked. He's got
Still neutral. Still
Knupp
neutral.
locks in the crotch, hoping for a stalemate or maybe an ability to hook a leg and come up and score. It's just one of those situations. If he knows what he's doing there, he might be able to score a takedown. And no points yet. No points there. No points.
You can see where both have an opportunity to gain. Whoa!
There he goes. Jenn came up.
It could have gone
did
either
a good
way
job there.
And Paul Jenn turns it into an advantage for him. He goes up with his 4th takedown, 8-3 in favor of Jenn with a minute left in the 2nd period.
Go, both you work, both you improve.
So far, the Hawkeyes, both wins have been very close to majors. So Penn State's done a good job of keeping that extra point or points off the scoreboard early in the meet.
One red!
It looks like this is another match that is very similar to the other wins for the Hawkeyes. There's 5 points differentiation right now with including riding time.
Knupp is down from
and there's another little boot scoot and coming around. Takes him a long time to finish because he gets his head down in there. I'll tell you, if you get your head down and start reaching, it's difficult. Knupp's doing a good job of keeping his hips back, but
another takedown for
good
Paul
enough.
Jenn. End of the 2nd period. The score is 10-4 in favor of Paul Jenn.
Green your choice, 3rd period.
Well, let's go to Jim Gibbons.
Green's down.
Thank you, Tim. I've got Gabe McMahon here, big winner of the last match here. Gabe, you had knee surgery 3 weeks ago and came back out there and wrestled pretty tough.
Yeah, I felt real good, especially the past few days. It took me a while to get back, but this past week I've been wrestling hard on it, and it's been feeling real good. And so I went out there, it didn't give me any problems. So I don't know, just felt good. Nice to get back out there. It's tough sitting there watching for a few weeks. So
good job. Congratulations.
thanks.
Still red, still red.
Well, it is tough to sit on the sidelines, and it's especially great to get back out there and get back out and win. Paul Jenn scores again.
He scores again, but I'll tell you, Coach Zaleski and the Branson, McElravy and Weber over there, I tell you see Jenn rolling around there. He gets himself in some positions that, wow, it's a little nerve-wracking, I think, from a coaching point of view. But he's coming out, on top in almost all of them this particular match.
Almost 2.5 minutes of riding time. He's up 12-4. He's got a major decision, and there's a minute 10 left in the match. Now it'll be important in many ways for him to hold this major decision.
One red.
I think get a little momentum going for the next match. The next match is one of the key matches of the event.
Got several good matches coming up, and you'll want to stay tuned. We've got rematches at 197 at heavyweight. We've got the big 125-pound #1 versus #2. We've got the rematch at 141. It's exciting wrestling. Iowa Public Television's College Wrestling 2000. There we look at Lee Weber, who's anticipating his rematch of a loss a couple of years ago on the home mat with Ross Thatcher.
This again, he's in there scrambling. Nothing's easy. You got both guys fighting for position. It's getting close.
And that solidifies that major decision, which should give Iowa 4 more points.
Gives him a 10-3 lead.
And it will give Iowa a 10-3 lead, as Dan says, his team score. And that's what happens. There's one escape, but the major decision is Paul Jenn's. He wins with riding time to score 15-6. That's Paul Jenn, Brit, Iowa native, wrestling for the Hawkeyes over Jeff Knupp from Akron, Ohio. Wrestling for the Penn State Nittany Lions makes the score Iowa 10, Penn State 3.